Hey guys, it's the Dudeman back with you for another review on a good piece of gear that I found recently. I've been hearing about Phil Jones bass equipment, Phil Jones amps and speaker cabinets, and I've been wanting to try one for quite a while. They've got a great reputation, and I found out why. These are really some dynamite cabinets, really good. And I looked around online. I didn't find a whole lot of reviews that helped me for what I was looking for. I ended up buying this speaker cab right here, and that's a C8. C stands for cabinet, and 8 stands for 8 because that's how many speakers are in that little thing. And like I said, they've got a great reputation, and look how small this thing is. First of all, it's not much higher than my knee. It only comes up to here. If you were to measure this, look at this. 2 feet, 24 inches, 14 inches, 12 inches deep. You don't believe me? Measure it yourself. Catch. Ooh, how about that? All right. So anyway, 8 5-inch speakers, and I always thought, how could a cabinet put out so much bass, any bass, with 5-inch speakers? For years, I've just played 10-inch speakers, but I've tried them all. I used to play 12s, 15s, even 18-inch speakers. And what I found out from Phil Jones is the bigger the speaker, the less efficient it is. But I always knew that 10s moved quicker than like a 15. They're just slower. They got more mass to move around. Plus, the bigger the speaker, the more energy they use. So, but I used the 10s because they were faster speakers, and to me they had a great sound, superior to most other speakers. And I sometimes play very fast passages, and the some of the bigger speakers, they just, I don't know, I don't think they could keep up with what I was doing. They weren't real articulate, but the 10s were. Now here we're down to half of that size with 5s, but you got 8 speakers in here, and all this time I thought this thing had a tweeter in there because it's got this beautiful high-end snap, and it's got to be because of the smaller speakers putting that out. Okay, yeah, so they got a great sound. I'm just going to do a little bit of playing for you today, and this is my Gensler 9.2 shuttle amp. It's running about 450 watts through that one cabinet. I'm going to show you all the little things about this cabinet because it's got a lot to it, but we'll do a little bit of playing first, and I'll tell you the very few things that I don't like about it. And maybe I could work something out with Phil Jones and get him to straighten that out. But listen to this, the snap. So you got that deep low, you got that beautiful sounding snappy high. It's never abrasive because there is no tweeter to give you that high end, you know. I never cared for that. But also if you play with a pick, let's put a little more treble on that. I'll tell you, I could go on and play. I don't want to bore you though. Anyway, so what a great sounding cabinet. This is SR700 Ibanez. It's a pretty decent sounding bass. It's got active Bartolinis in it. I've used this bass. I'm doing is just changing the treble a little bit to get some different tones on the high end. But what a beautiful sound. Okay, so as I said, 8 5-inch speakers in there. No tweeter. You got your port over there. You've got a heavy duty recessed handle on the top. Over here, you got your extra feet. You got feet on the bottom and feet on the side. If you want to put it on top of a 410 or something like that, that's going to give you a killer sound right there. Okay, I haven't tried it with my 410 yet, but you can bet I'm gonna. On the back, you'll see this handle. Now, the handle is to help you wheel it around. It's got built-in wheels here. This thing, I couldn't figure out what that was at first, but what it is, if you can see it good, it's a little kick thing for your foot so you don't scrape up your nice covering they got on there. And your inputs are 2 speak-ons. There's no input for 1/4 inch, so keep that in mind. So they also got these gliders here for when you're packing it up, you lay it in your vehicle and glide it right on there. And I'll tell you what, this is heavy. It is 57 pounds. That is one of the few things I didn't like about the cabinet. Because when I go to pick it up, I'm a pretty strong dude, but this is a pretty heavy cabinet for me. What I got to do is I got to pick it up from the bottom too, get a grasp on the bottom and pick it up with my knees. You don't want to lift with your back. Pick it up with my knees and then load it into the vehicle or the trailer or whatever you're cruising in. They also give you a rain cover with it. Now let me get that. Okay, so the rain cover, you can feel it's kind of rubbery inside, so you know it's going to keep your equipment dry, and that's the main thing. Now this isn't a big thing. This is one of my little pet peeve gripes, whatever. It's kind of flimsy, but you know, it's durable, but it is a little flimsy to put on. I feel like I'm dressing like a 5-year-old or something here. And because you got to get it around, and you got to fit it on just right. You got your cutouts for the recessed handle on the top and your pop-up handle, so you can move it like that. And it's not bad. I mean, you know, it's a decent quality. It'll keep it dry. That's the main thing. But for me, I like something that goes on a little bit easier, but that's, you know, not a big deal. I'll put that over there. Okay, so anyway, what else can I tell you about it? They come in different configurations, many different configurations. You can get one half the size, which is going to be half the weight. A 4.5. They make 7-inch speakers. One cabinet I was looking at, there was a C67, so it had 6 7-inch speakers in it, and it was about the same height. One thing I like about this more vertical cabinet with this particular configuration is my amp's right there. I mean, I still got to bend over to see my amp. I'm used to having these stacks where you can just turn, you know, stand up, turn around, and adjust them. It's nice, but you also got to carry the damn things around. So it's I was using a 112 for a while, and I could use that 112 for most of my gigs, but it was only this tall. Now to adjust my amp, I got to get on my knees. At least this is a little higher than that. But Phil Jones, go to philjonesbass.com or whatever it is. You know, it might be pjb.com, I think it is. But go there and you'll see their selection of cabinets. They got so many. They got little tiny things right up to giant things, bigger than you'd ever want. So check that out. Guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for coming and stopping by today. Give me the YouTube thumbs up if you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. All right, Dudeman, checking out with you. You take it easy now, all right? Catch you on the flip.